Hello everyone, it's DJ. It's been a while since I posted anything and I'm sorry about that. Hopefully everybody had a good winter, a good holiday season. And this is an exciting time of the year for us motorcyclists because it's spring, the weather is getting warmer, the days are getting longer, and we're putting more miles on our motorcycle. I know here in Ohio, at the end of the month, it's Bike Week up in Sandusky, so more activities for us motorcyclists like bike nights and poker runs and bike weeks. All kinds of exciting things are going on. So anyhow, I want to share a story of what happened to me today and some things I want to take away from it, and I thought I would share it with you. So I'm on my way to work today. I rode, it was nice, it was in the mid-60s, it was sunny, so I thought I would ride to work today. Before going to work, I stopped at a popular fast food restaurant that if I told you the name, you would recognize it, of course. So I'm getting something to eat and drink. I pull into the parking lot. I pull in to a parking space. I go in, I eat, I come out. Everything's going smooth. The first mistake I think I made is going into the parking lot. I pulled into the parking space instead of maybe backing in. But, you know, let's be honest, we all do it. Sometimes we do it without thinking. So I have to push back the bike to get out of the parking space so I can get out of the parking lot, right? So this little stone right here, can you see it? This little stone, it's the actual stone, almost caused me to drop the bike in the parking lot. As I'm pushing back, my left boot slipped on this stone and it slid out from under me. My foot did. And it caused the bike to become wobbly for a second because you know, I lost my balance because of this little stone. And I was able to recover quickly. And, you know, of course, other than a few seconds of slight embarrassment, you know, it was really not much of an incident at all. But it got me thinking, right? If you're riding a motorcycle properly, only two things should ever touch the ground. That's your tires and your foot gear, what you have on your feet. And what I wear probably 99.9% of the time is boots. These particular boots that I've been wearing for 5 or 6 riding seasons now are not specifically made for motorcycles. They're work boots. And they're comfortable as can be. I've never had much of a problem with them, other than they're not waterproof. There's a tag on it that says waterproof, but I think just the tag is waterproof. The boot is not. But this little stone caused my foot to slip. So what I did is after I regained my senses for a second, I started to examine my boots. And I'm going, you know, these boots are shot. They need to be replaced. Now, I'm going to show you here, this is the right boot. Looks real good. The bottom, the tread, real good. Doesn't look new, but it looks like, you know, it could go for many, many more miles. But that's the right boot. The right boot stays on the bike a lot longer than the left boot does, right? Because when you're stopping, you're applying your front brakes with your hand and your back brakes with your right boot. So it stays on the bike longer. Now, by comparison, take a look at this left boot, right? Left boot, or especially right in there. Over here, there's still good tread, but you can see it's wore pretty bad right there. Left boot, right boot. Left boot, right boot. See the difference? Everybody talks about tires and making sure your tire pressure is where it should be. It's not too high, it's not too low. Check the wear of your tires. Make sure they're properly, you know, wearing right. But I don't think there's enough attention given to proper foot gear. So what this did, it taught me to like check out my boots more, make sure that my footwear, my foot gear, my boots, whatever you want to call them, is in better condition than what they are now. So I am headed to the store. I'm headed to Amazon, wherever, and I'm getting new boots. I do have a pair of boots that are specifically made for motorcycles, made by Harley Davidson. I like them, but they're not as comfortable as these. So, in conclusion, this little stone could have saved me something worse down the road. What happens if it's raining or the roads are wet and I come up on a stop and I have to stop real fast and I go to put my boot down and it slips out from under me at 10 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. Or I come up on a stop sign and there's gravel. So the moral of the story, or the lesson I learned, is pay more attention to my, what I put on my feet. I've seen people ride in everything. I've seen people ride in flip-flops, sandals, tennis shoes, boots, cowboy boots, just about anything. Crocs. I saw somebody riding in Crocs before. And it makes me think that you're not paying enough attention to, some of you, of what you put on your feet. If an incident like this, little stone, can make me almost, lose balance in a parking lot, what would happen if I would hit that stone at 10 miles an hour coming up to a stop? So certainly I am going to retire these boots and wear the other pair of motorcycle boots that I do have until I can get another pair that I like even better. So that's kind of the moral of the story, is make sure you're paying attention, not to the helmet you're wearing or the jacket or, whatever else, proper glasses, but also to what you put on your feet. It's very important. I think it's, other than a helmet, it's probably the most important piece of equipment you have is your footwear, is your foot gear. And I encourage everybody to think just a little bit more about that. We all know that motorcyclists are, there's a lot of things in the road that can give us issues. Potholes, roadkill, things like that we have to be looking out for. And, you shouldn't let a little 1-inch stone give you issues. So that's kind of my thought for today. It's kind of what I took away from this little stop at the fast food restaurant, is to pay more attention to my boots that I wear. Well, once again, I hope everybody has a great and safe summer. Enjoy being out in the breeze. And until next time, we'll see you on the road.